so that the other person should not miss the class. I think lots of people that did not join today, maybe they have forgot or any other thing. Okay. Now my next question is what to do, how to aggregation. It's already aggregated actually. How to do the summation for each of the students' name. Okay. So any idea? Tanuja, you can go first with that one. I want the data set. I want the same data set, just like this. Name and okay, name should be coming first. That should be looking good. I want this data set for this. I mean, the same kind of stuff for here as well. So should I do the same summation? I mean, the same sum of marks over here, or what should we do? Just it should be very
Yeah,
simple.
we can sum all the three, and we can make it as a new column as total.
Okay, okay. Tell me the syntax. I'm just doing a subquery. This should be a subquery, okay? On top of that, I'm not creating a data set on top of this, so that should be easy. I'm doing select. I'm taking name. Then what should be the next thing? Sum of marks is the same thing.
Yeah, from
Okay. Sum of
marks history.
marks history. Okay, I'm putting marks history. Then any idea? Should we
No.
do sum over here? Okay, let me tell. So we will not be doing sum over here because sum is doing the aggregation. That means when we will be doing this kind of thing, when we will be doing the grouping thing, so we are limiting some rows. Okay. I mean the data is spread across rows. We are grouping the thing for some rows and doing the sums. Then sum should be there. But over here, when we are doing sum, it's spread across column. Okay, the data is spread across column, not spread across rows. It's already grouped. So sum will not work over here. This is the important concept. Just clear the concept once. So over here, how I can add it? How I can add the thing over here? Here it should be some column level operation. This is not called aggregation. I'm doing summation, but it's not proper aggregation. So how to do that? I'll be just doing aggregation. I'll be doing algebraic summation between each of the column. And it's simple. So just I have to do this algebraic function. Marks history plus marks mathematics plus marks science. Okay. Just I'm putting a brace over here and aliasing it and maybe anything total marks. So it's a subquery. I'm taking data from here. Okay, the first bracket is also there. So select name and this from. Okay, I need to put from this data set. I just need to put a alias A. Okay. If I run this, yeah, it's the same thing. Just to let you know, we are not doing aggregation. We have already aggregated based on join. Okay. We have limited the row number over here by the join itself. So now the data is spread across columns. There, the summation, for the summation, we no need to do sum keyword. There, sum should be algebraic sums between this, and a total mark should be this over here. This, and total mark should be there. Okay. This is the main difference between algebraic sums and aggregation sums. I think the concept is clear. This is an important concept, obviously, a bit high level, but it is a very unique, unique part. When you will be doing in the project or any other complex thing, maybe this can be a tricky thing, very first thing. So just to clear your concept, is it understandable? Tanuja, did you got it? Sudeep,
Yes,
Pooja.
yes, I got it.
Okay, fine. Moving to the next topic. Okay, let's finish today's topic first. SQL, I'll be going to end the SQL topic today because it's going longer. So, SQL, whatever we have learned, just a quick go through on top of that. In SQL, specifically, we segregated the SQL in multiple segmentation. First of all, the language is for the relational database, where we have done the DDLs. DDLs means how to create the table, how to alter the table structure or anything related to table structure. It's called DDL. After that, we have learned DML. DML is data manipulation. Whatever data we have to insert into the table or we have to update into the table, that should be called DML. So DDL should be created first in a project when our table is ready. Then daily basis, we need to handle the data loading part into the table. So that is called DML. Okay. So when our final data load is ready, then maybe the analyst or any other person, data scientist, they are doing those kind of DQL. Okay. Various kind of, they want to check the data with various logics, various visualization, lots of aggregation. They're doing joinings. So those comes under DQL. Apart from that, we have learned DCL and TCL. DCL, data control language, which is mainly apart from data administration team, DBA. And the other thing is called transaction control language. It's specifically whatever we are doing the DMLs and all. So based on how we are committing this. So if we commit this, that means it's permanently saving to the database itself. But if we are not committing this, this is temporarily been entered into the database. But if we lost the instance, the particular transaction will be lost. Okay. So this is called, actually, maybe you have done some DML, but you haven't committed. The same database can be accessed by Sudhir systems. So Sudhir can check, he will not be able to find the same record. I'm doing some DMLs operation. If I haven't committed, I can see this thing in my instance. But if Sudhir open the database, he will not found it. So until you commit it, that particular data, the data will not be reflected in the same system. So this is the concept of commit. It comes under TCL, transaction control language. Okay, it's very small thing. We already checked it. And just remember DDL is auto committed. So when we are creating data, so maybe Pooja created some table into a database. The table must be obviously visible from Sudhir systems or Tanuja systems. Because we are using the same database, it's in cloud or any other hosting server, remote host server. So that can be present for, if we try to access for different system, that DDL must be present. Okay. Okay. That's the concept I want to show you. Now, all the examples, whatever we have gone through, it's based on tables because table is the unit thing, the basic thing of database. Okay. So we are storing the data in, is as a form of table only. But there are several things available in the database. Those are called database components. The first one I was going to teach you, that is called view. Okay. View is nothing but combination of multiple tables. Okay, so how view should be created? Okay, I'm eliminating this part. We have learned a lot from this exercise. Okay. let me do one thing. We have gone through a joining condition. Okay, it was employee designation and employee detail. Okay. Okay, we have two different data set. Okay, let's do the join. Whatever we have done earlier. So select what was there in employee detail. There was employee ID, employee age in designation table. I'm not picking up employee ID from designation. I'm picking up only designation from first employee detail. Let's see, it's a table or ED table. ED, it's same actually. EDS. Okay. So that employee ID is ambiguous. So while doing join, let me show one more thing. I haven't showed this thing. Those are very small thing. Actually, when you are getting into a project, you can notice this kind of problem. So we are just doing join. Employee age is the column coming from this table. Designation is coming from this table. But employee ID is present in both of the table. And even we are also doing the joining part based on employee ID only. Okay. Now, if I just want to do this, run this, it will be throwing an error because the join will not understand this is a common column between each of the table, which table I'm picking it from. So it will be throwing the error that it is an ambiguous column and SQL is not able to understand. Okay, column employee ID in the field list is ambiguous. Why ambiguous? Because this is present in both of the table. That's why we need to mention which table I want to take. Let's take it from the first table, ED. That's why we are aliasing it. Okay. So whatever I have done, in this example you have already gone through earlier. I'm just doing an inner join between these two tables. Okay. Suppose this kind of data I require daily basis. But for the code minimization, as this is a repetitive task, I'm not doing this daily basis. Let's keep this logic inside a view. Okay. So how to do this? Create view. I should have to put view name. Let's put employee join table, join view. Sorry, it's not table. As okay, create view name. It's a DDL of view. Create view name as the entire. Whatever things we can do, we can put it over here. Maybe it's a 50 line codes. Almost 80 or 50 tables are getting joined for each of the line. We can put everything in the logic and we can execute it. It's executed. Now the entire logic is there inside the view. So we do not have to write this code daily basis. I can direct put select star from employee join. It's a view. Okay. So whatever data it was present there, it's present here. But the main fundamental things of view, let me show you. View should be created in the view section. Let me refresh it. Yes, you can see a new view has been created. It's not table, it's called view. So why it's view? Actually, view physically doesn't store this data. Okay. So just like table, each of the table, it's getting stored in the memory. wherever I have installed this database, in the database, if we open the location over here, you can also open the location. You can find this table having memory consume it. How many rows are there? Based on that, it's consumed some memory there. And the views is not consume memory based on data. It's only storing the logic. It's having the logic. So when we are firing this view or executing the view, it is fetching the data from the table itself. That is the concept. Table is storing the data, view is not storing data. View is just storing the logic. So when you are executing in the backend, it will be calling those logic and it will be throwing us the output. So if the views logic is very much complex and we do the select star from, it will take lots of times because at the backend, they are executing this statement. This is the concept of view. Actually, in the project, you can see lots of views are there because important tables, joining criteria and all, you need it daily basis. So you do not have to put the code in this manner daily basis. Rather, you can generate a view and access the view as per your wish. So I can check the view, but right click on it. Yeah, click is not working in my system. Not sure why. Okay, from here I can work. Send to SQL editor, create statement. Yeah, this is the create statement of the view. You can see create view employee join as. Yeah, here is the option. Select ed employee ID as this. So I can check it from the backend. What is the definition of the view or what is the logic resides inside the view? Okay. So this is called view. Any issue for understanding? I just shared with the view. I mean, two tables are being consumed. The data is taken from two tables, but in the real time of scenario, we can see the views. I mean, a views has been designed. A view has been designed in the backend logic. There are 50, 60 tables are resides. I mean, they're residing there. We are putting complex logic. We are doing joins. We are doing union, and we are aggregating the things. We are using rank functions there. Lots of things are there, but all the logics we should not have to trigger every day. We are just keeping this logic in a particular view, and we are doing every operation. We can do every operation whatever we are doing in table, so we can do the filtering part as well in the view. Okay, so when our, okay, just to let you know, suppose this is our view. This is not a table, this is view, and I can do the same kind of operation whatever I can do in table, especially the DQL part I tried to say. So I can do, I mean, the where clause, I can do grouping, I mean, aggregation thing on top of view. So the same kind of operation, whatever we have gone through at the DDL, sorry, not DDL, DQL, the same thing we can go ahead on top of view. Okay. Okay. It's just a filtering operation on top of this view. Is it clear? Sudhir, Pooja, Tanuja.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So the join word, we use it for every time we do a view, right?
Yeah. It's there in the backend of the backend code of view. That's why I tried to say.
Okay, got it.
Just
Thank you.
how to check the view definition. Click on the view. Okay. Send to SQL editor. Create statement. You can see the create statement over there. Here is the statement. Lots of extra keyword is there. You can, as of now, do not have to take this thing. Just check the definition. SQL security definer view name. as select what are the things from this table, doing join on this. A lots of extra braces is there, but you can get the logic what is the thing, or you can just simply pick the thing from here to here. So it's the logic. Okay, it's the same thing. Whatever we have done, they are doing some extra. I mean, everything they are putting some codes, or just like is their own formatting style at the MySQL. So they're maintaining in this in this way. Okay, you run this. It should be having the same data. Okay, moving at the store procedures. What is store procedures? Is the next section over here. So just like okay, just like view. In view we are in view. What we are doing? Uh, in view, whatever we are doing, it's only a simple. I mean, no, it's not simple. I mean, we are doing the DQL statement, lots of DQL statement, and we can create a single view. But store procedures are a bit different. It's a programming kind of language. Suppose I have to do a particular continuously, I'll be doing some development part. I'll be creating DDL. Then I'll be pushing the data as a DML format. Then I can do some aggregation stuffs on top of that, whatever we have covered in yesterday's session. So all the things I can, if I just try to do this thing in an automated manner to execute it, so I can use store procedures. In store procedures, I just whatever the number of SQL syntax I'm executing over here, I can put it over there only as per the proper sequence. So this thing will be executed fast, then these things. Just I need to put semicolon after each of the statements to understand this is a separate statement, this is a separate statement, and I have to put the same thing in this definition of the store procedure. Okay. Then if I run the store procedures, it will just go through or execute this query one by one. Okay, this is the fundamental stuffs of store procedures. Actually, we can do lots of things over here too. We can do looping operation over here. We can pass variable names instead of, I mean, for a table, and for multiple tables, we can do lots of things are there, but specifically store procedures is mainly used for, I mean, sequential operation of multiple statements. This is the main fundamental stuffs, but we can do lots of operation. Mainly, whatever, just I'm passing something, some variable over here. Okay, and this variable value is taking all the tables name. This kind of I mean, it's a kind of programming language. I can store all the table name over here. I'm doing a select start, or I'm doing some extra thing over here. So each time, I mean, it's just like working as a loop. It will be taking the first table over here, run the query. Again, it will be running with the second table and run the query. This kind of operation we can go through over here. This is another kind of sequential steps, a bit complex, a bit, I mean, tricky one, that is fine. But if there is any time later, I'll be trying to cover these steps. As of now, I'm just focusing or telling you that it's just like multiple statements are there. There are create statement, there are insert into statement, some select statement. Whatever statement is there, I can put everything, consolidate everything over here. Suppose I need to run this thing daily basis. Okay. So if I need to run this thing daily basis, then why we will be running this thing manually? We can do this thing automated way. And this is the time of automation. So we can copy the entire scripts from here and create a new store procedures and copy it over there. and we can call the store procedure simply when it's required. It will execute all the statements sequentially one by one. So this is the concept of store procedures. Okay. Okay, let's do one thing. We have another exercise on that day. Okay, create table for each of the three subject areas. Let me see what is this thing. Have you already gone through this?
Yes.
Okay, let me do this thing in front of you. You can check it, and if there is any, if there is any block card or it's not matching with your result, or you have done with another method, so please stop me and ask me. Okay, and tell me. Okay, I have to push it again. Okay, let's do the thing. We'll be solving this exercise using store procedures. I'll be writing the codes, but I'll not be executing any of the codes. Let's do that. How store procedures work. Today is World Chocolate Day. Not sure. Okay.
Yeah, it is like for us to.
Okay, tomorrow. Yeah. So people eat lots of chocolates on that day.
Yeah, yeah, they give like free samples also here.
But it's the issue for diabetic patient. Okay. It's already
Yeah,
up.
that's right.
Why have closed this one? Yeah. Okay. So let's go through this exercise. Next time I'll be giving another exercise. I'll not be doing it over here because next onwards new sessions, new courses I need to cover. We have covered lots of this in SQL. So I'll be giving you one exercise. I'll be requesting you to solve it and put it any notepad or wordpad and send me the code in my email. Okay. Separately, each of you. And convey the same messages for the other team members too who did not join for today. Actually, there are 7 or 8 people used to join for this session. Not sure. Today is very less numbers of people. So I'll be requesting you to tell them. I'll be putting this thing in group. So in the next exercise, you can just whenever you have some time, maybe Saturday, Sunday, you can submit it on Monday. No issue. It should be very simple. Hardly it will take uh, half an hour or 20 minutes or half an hour. Just complete this thing, send me the codes, put some comment line and send me the codes in my mail ID. I'll be checking these things. Okay. Then we can check whether everybody is solving or what is the stuck point. Whatever you can do, the code is running or not running, just try to share it. And I am sure that you will be running the code. There is no such big deal. At least DDL, DML, whatever you can do, just try to execute the code. Okay, let's solve this thing. Then we can talk it. Let me open Notepad as well. Tried to open Notepad that time, but mistakenly opened MySQL once more. Okay. So create table for each of the three subject areas. What are the things? Let's create the table. I'll be not doing anything in MySQL. Rather, I'm just putting it in Notepad++. Okay. Create customer tables. I'm putting some comment. This is comment line. Okay, let me show you what is comment line. Comment in SQL means it should not be executed. Okay. So single line comment can be done by hyphen. Just like select star from employee table. Okay, single line is not working here. Yes. So over here, actually in SQL, I mean, for the other SQL databases, it's a habit. I mean, this is single line command, and for multi-line commands, you can use this one. What is command? Just in that executable statement, whatever comment we do not want to execute, just I'm putting. I mean, this is a complex logic as a developer I have built, but I want to let every developer know the same thing, because when I'll be leaving the company, or maybe another developer wants to check my code, they can have a easy idea of what I'm doing over here. So suppose I'm doing some join, or I'm doing some complex logic operation. In beside, we can put comment line in this manner, and I can put some comments doing join to fetch a particular column, ABC column. So this kind of comment we can put. Comment means it will not be executed. It's just a simple statement. Put it over here. But if this is a single line comment, we can put this way. This is multi-line comment. Suppose this multi-line, I can do lots of things. So this is commenting out. You can see the color has been modified. Okay. So it's running only this. If I just execute it, it's not running because there is nothing written over here which is executable in nature. Over here for this database, single line comment is we cannot able to check it. It's not working properly actually. Uh, I think this should be working. No. Okay, single line is leave it. No issue. So I'm using this comment. Customer table creation. So this kind of developer needs to develop the code in this. I'm putting command line. Let's create the customer table. Customer table, it should be this column. Let me just pick it up. But product ID and customer ID should be integer in nature. Fine. No, purchase date is also there, correct? Yeah, purchase date. Date. Okay, let's create table. Okay, let's do one thing. I'm just updating the language as SQL so that we have some coloring syntax. Create table name, that should be customer. Okay, if the table is already existing in MySQL, then it should be throwing error. So before that, put a drop statement, drop if exists, drop table. What is the drop command for? If I'm dropping table which is not exists, then it will be also throwing an error. But we can put this kind of command. Let me show you. Suppose I'm deleting this thing. Why it's running too much time? What's happening here? Okay, deadlock found. Okay, so I was trying to use that thing. I have suddenly delete this query window. So it's running in the backend. Let me omit this thing. Suppose check in product table. Select star from product. It's working fine. Yes, I want to delete it. Drop table. Okay, I can delete it, drop it by drop table command. Suppose I'm not sure whether the table is already exists or not exist. Then we can try to use this kind of command. Drop if exists. Just give me 1 second. Drop table if exists. Yeah, it's fine. Drop table if exist. Okay, there's a typo. Yes. So if it exists, then it will be dropping. If doesn't exist, then it will not drop. But suppose I'm running the drop statement now. Drop, it already deleted. The product table has been deleted. Drop table product. Okay. It should be throwing an error because it's an unknown table. But if I run this kind of command after deleting the product, it will not throw an error. So it can show the warning, but there should not be any failure. Drop table if exists, I can run it multiple times. I can run any time. So if it exists, then only the drop should be operating. If it doesn't exist, then drop will not operate. Similarly, we can put create statement. Create if exist, create if not exist, or create or replace. Okay, this kind of command we can put. This is just like when you will be going to some more advanced level of doing coding, just to remove the, place chances of error in your coding, you should have to use this kind of style. So I'm just putting the same thing. Drop if exists, customer table. I'm doing this thing in proper coding style so that you can have a good idea. This is my first standard, first thing. Let me do one more thing. I'll be creating 3 more tables, correct? Outlet table and product table. Yes, you can see product table was already there. If I was not going to outlet table and product table, let me do the same thing. Outlet product. Okay. So in the first statement, I'll be dropping this 3 table because I'll be creating those things from my side. So what the things are there for customer ID. Let's beat a bit. I'll be a bit faster. Then, okay, here I'm putting this thing. It's a command only, nothing else. It's comment. Name, varchar 40, purchase date, could be date data type, product ID, could be integer, outlet code, could be varchar. Let me put 10. Okay, this is the only thing. I'm closing this command, so this will create the table. Okay. After creation of the table, I can insert the data, whatever we have done in yesterday's session. Let me do the same kind of logic. equal concat. I'm solving today's exercise. After that, you will be solving it and sending it by mail. I'll be checking your thing. So concatenation, I'll be just concatenating the stuffs. First of all, I need to put a brace over here. Then this, then a comma, then a single quote. The next topic, this one. Then it's date. So I need to put another quote. I need to put this. I need to put another quote. I need to put comma, tidy, comma. Then again a quote. This one, this one. Okay, I just have done this. And this is just for a quick code practice. Okay, is it fine? 11 Peter Cooper. No, date is not coming proper way. Not picking up the correct format. Okay, I'll be updating the date manually. But here, date font is not been captured. It's coming as a different style. Fine. Let me pick this thing up. Oh, it's having another thing here. It's not the correct one. Why? Because date when I'm just taking it from formula bar, I can see this is not the correct date. If I just going to enter the same thing, it should be throwing an error. Whatever what was I was discussing the last day. Okay. So I'm trying to change the font of the Excel to get it the correct date format. It should be year, month. Yeah, this one. But over here in formula bar, it's showing the wrong thing. Let me copy it from here only. Yes. From formula bar, it's fine. You just copy everything. Yeah. Okay. Okay, it took some time. Sorry for that. Some just doing insert into customer. Some doing the DML operation where I'm doing this kind of thing. Values. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, I'm just putting a semicolon, just closing of this statement. Everything is fine there? Yes, I think so. Okay. Now the same kind of stuff should be there for other things. Outlet table, outlet code and outlet branch name. Create table, outlet, outlet code. Outlet code should be varchar 10 branch name. I'm putting a name. Okay. A name. It's NAME over here. It's varchar. Let's put it 60. Branch name maybe a bigger one. Putting colon over here. Insert into outlet values. Okay. Let's do the same thing over here. Okay, forward to put comma. Okay. Okay, this seems fine. Do you have any stuck point or anything? I'm just doing, if there is anything, please tell me. I'm not executing anything. Maybe there can be some code mistakes as well from my side. So I'll be directly executing it at the SQL store procedures part, just to let you know how that thing is executing. But if there is any stuck point or I'm doing any mistakes, please tell me. Okay. Okay. Creating the product table. It will not take much time actually. What was there? Product ID, product name. Product ID should be integer. Product name underscore name should be okay, 40. Okay. Do me something. Let me just copy this thing. I'm doing this thing again and again. Semicolon. Okay. So let me put the entire stuffs from here. Okay. What are the next thing I have to do? This is done. Create a data set having, okay. This thing I'll be doing in DQL later. Let's execute the entire stuffs in a store procedures. How to create stored procedures? We can create stored procedures from there, or otherwise we can directly select, right click on that, store procedures, create store procedures. Okay, so in the store procedures creation, we can manually do these things. We just need to put create procedure name. This should be a new procedure, and there should be opening brace and close brace. Then begin and end keyword should be there. In between, we need to put our code. Okay. There are lots of spaces. I think. Okay, so there is all our code we have written over here. I'm just applying it. This is the thing. Apply. Okay, I need to put a suitable name for this new store procedures. So what I can put? Uh, okay, so SQL exercise 2. Maybe this is the name of the store procedure. Okay, apply it. Some issue is there. Okay, some issue was there. Let me check. What is happening? Let me copy the entire things and revert it back. Let me check. Yeah, it's there. Okay, the store procedures are there. Is there? Employee new? No, it's not there actually. Yes, it's successfully created. This is our store procedure SQL exercise. Okay. Now in the main query window, whenever I require that table, that store procedure needs to run, just right click on it and we can call the store procedures. Okay. Procedure call. Or you can directly put call this command, open brace and close brace, and execute this statement. It executed successfully. Okay. And now we can check the main table schema to check whether the tables are created. Yes, customer table is created, product table is created, outlet table is created. This is for our purpose only. Okay, if you want to check the data is also there. Just check for one table only. Select star from customer. Yeah, the data is there. I hope all the thing has been inserted properly. Okay, so this is the thing how store procedures work. I have put all the sequential statement how to create and what to create. They have executed one by one, and it's very much faster. We do not have to do the manual intervention each time. So this is the function of store procedures. Okay, now our store procedures are created. Let's do one thing, our last thing for today. In the second exercise, create a data set having the fields customer name, purchase date, outlet branch name, and product name. So those 4 columns, I need to create a data set based on these 4 columns. How we receive that 4 columns? You can check in the Excel sheet. So in Excel sheet, I'm just highlighting the column name. It's customer name, purchase date, in which date the particular customer purchased it from a particular outlet, and product ID. In that particular table, it's not clear. What the things I have bought? Peter Cooper bought what things? In the main table, it's mentioned product ID. So I need to map from the product table, what is this ID actually? From one, it's shampoo. So Peter Cooper bought a shampoo. Then my question should be, which is the branch he have bought the thing? I do not have the address or branch name. It's only code. We have done this thing because of normalization. I have gone through the topic of normalization in the second day. So we have normalized the customer table over here. So that is why the other information I need to pick it up from second table and third table. So from second table, we can just join with first table and second table based on outlet code and pick up the branch name. Okay. Is it clear? And from first table, customer table and product table based on product ID, we can join and we can pick up product table. So we have to do two join first table and second table customer and outlet table. By joining this thing, we can pick up branch name and set a relationship between name, purchase date and branch name. And the first customer table and product table based on product ID, we can pick up product name here. So this is the overall things we have to do now. Let's do the thing. It's very simple. I'm doing this thing in SQL editor directly. So let me just choose the thing. First of all, I'm doing customer and customer and outlet. Let's do customer and outlet. The outlet is properly generated. Let me just quickly check it. Yes. So select from customer table what are the things I required. Customer name is required. Purchase date is required. Purchased date from customer table. Let's alias the customer table as C. Join with outlet table. Let's alias it O. From outlet table, how we can join it? On customer table. On customer table, what is the name? Outlet CD. C dot outlet CD equals is the same name for the outlet code to O dot outlet CD. Okay. Okay. From there, I'm just picking up the outlet branch. That is branch name. It should be coming from outlet table. Okay. I'm doing another join on top of product table. Product P on from customer table. What is the thing? Product ID on C dot product ID equals O dot product ID is same. And from product table, I need to put product name. So in the final output, I need name, that is customer name. Yes. I need the purchase date. I need branch name. I need product name. This is the exercise, correct? Customer name, purchase date, outlet branch name, product name. Yes, fine. Let's run this query. What is the issue? Unknown code product ID, O dot product ID on clause. What is O dot product ID? This one. Okay, it should be P dot product ID. I'll be joining between customer table and product table. Product ID is present in Product table over here. It's not O table. Yeah, it's a typo from my side. Yes. So this is the final output. I can get it. Which customers bought which product from which branch. Okay. I have mapped all those three sources information and the final output I can receive by this one. So this is our desired output. You can create a different table to store it. You can create a different view to store it or anything you can do as of now. But this is the final output that is required in this exercise. Everything is clear?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I have took a long time to do all those things and all, but I tried to show you how the store procedures work. This is a database components view we have covered today. This is another database component specifically when you will be working in complex projects. Then you can check the usage of views and store procedures with quite frequently. We can create some user defined functions too. As of now, we are not using. This is also not very much important because we are almost using all the inbuilt functions available. And the other stuffs, actually, we are not, I mean, it's not a frequent one. And even some of the project or application, they are also not using the inbuilt functions and all. Okay. And okay, that's all for today's session. Hands-on exercise we have covered. Yes, okay, indexing part. I just tried to mention over here. Indexing means, uh, suppose indexing means in a particular book or any other Word document, you have the indexing. So indexing will helping you out to read out the particular pages or particular topic. The same thing, indexing will help the table to traverse the data inside the table. Okay. So, and if the indexing is there, the select query should be much more faster. Why we should use the indexing actually? So, uh, just it is just a step for performance improvement. Suppose your table is storing large number of data. There are hundreds, I mean, lakhs of data, billions of data is there. So only a simple select query you can see it's taking lots of time to execute it. Sometimes there can be a timeout issue. So indexing can be done as a performance improvement. So you can just on top of table you can create some index. Suppose in customer table I'm creating some index. Go to table inspector. You can see all kind of metadata information of the tables where the table is getting stored in this path, in this table format, in this file format, customer.ibd. Yeah, here is the column. What are the columns? Their default value and all. Indexes, you can just create an index. Suppose on customer ID, I want to create an index. So just select the customer, create an index here. Okay. So you can see the index should be created over here. It took some time to reflect the thing over here, but if we just can close this session, close the session and open the session again, then you can see the index is created on top of customer ID. You can create index top of multiple rows as well based on the performance or based on how you are partitioning the data and all. So that indexing can be possible. It's asking for the password. Not sure why. Let me close that instance. Yes, I'm closing that instance and reopening it once more time. I tried to check the customer table. Indexes, yes, it's created an index. This is the index name. It's a B tree kind of binary tree kind of stuffs. And on top of customer ID, the indexing has been created. Now, if you just do that any query, any DQL or anything, as the index is there, you can see lots of performance has been improved. Okay. So those are the small thing actually I mean, however, we are live in a project or working in a project for some or 1 or 2 years or any this kind of duration, you can learn more. The more you are doing the hands-on, you will be learning much more on top of that. But I mean, the basic things you have covered in SQL. If there is any doubt you are doing the thing by your side or anything, you can directly tell the thing over here. You can gone through of that topic. Okay, so that's all for today's session. We are closing the SQL topic for today. I'll be giving you an exercise. I'll be giving you my mail ID over there. Try to solve this question and send me the mail by this kind of format. Okay, this kind of format. I'll be checking it. Okay. Try to solve it individually, of course. And yeah, that's all. Tomorrow onwards, we'll be learning something new. The new topic should be business intelligence, BI. Why? I mean, this is the main thing why we should learn it. I mean, this is overall things. Why the things is useful. Why the data engineers are hired and what is the main motto of this. So next 2 classes should be on top of this business intelligence, BI. And after that, we'll be starting Python classes. Okay. Okay. That's all for today's session. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.